So let's start with our plan. The plan for this session is we're going to do a to-do app, uh, and we'll start with a naive way of implementing the to-do app, naive way. Then we'll refactor them to clean architecture, clean the code, refactor the code accordance to clean architecture. Um, Tooling here, toolings project, I have Lint, I have um, for the unit test, I have the V test set up, V test. V test is much faster and it has a TypeScript native support. Um, okay, let's get started. Uh,
Yeah,
so what do we do first? Uh, Start implementing the use case. Oh, actually, before talking about use case, which is a clean architecture concept, we want to do a naive way first. So we don't bring up that term yet. So how do we implement the to-do app in a naive way? Start with the feature. We could do a get to do or add to do. Hmm. We start with get to do. Have something to show up on the screen. Okay, so I have the home page here. That's my home page. Then I want to show up a bunch of to-dos. To get started, just figure out the UI. Uh, I'm going to just put some dummy hard-coded data there. Uh, just put some. The focus of this session is not about UIs. So I'm just going to use very simple tags, HTML tags here. Uh, so I could have a title, to-dos, and I have a bunch of to-dos. Buy banana, and record the codecast, and show up on the screen. Oh, I forgot to mention I'm using Nextjs. Oh, hmm, and TypeScript, and of course React. Um, okay, so we're showing the list of to-dos. The next is we kind of want to get it from the API, get it from the backend. Okay, to do that, we're going to create a server action to have the server action return the data. Server action is a convenient way of automatically creating an API without creating an API explicitly. I mean API endpoint. So I'm going to create a server action called get to-dos action. And I'm going to use this use server directive on the top because then that will tell the Next.js this code will execute on the server. It will need to return a function. I'm going to return a function, get to do's action, and return some dummy data. And okay, we have a ID. That each to do have an ID, and it has it's called description. Each to do have a ID and description. Then I'm going to get it from on the UI, on the client side. I'm going to use 10 stack query to make the call, the server side call. Okay. Then I'm going to create another hook. Use to-dos. It's going to use a query. Uh, query key is to-dos query function. Call that server action. Get to-dos action. And just return that. A nice wrapper of abstract the client side data access away into a separate hook, into a separate code. Okay, then over here, I'm going to get to-dos. And it returns the data. And it's fetching. Needs those flags to render loading state. First, I'll do a loading state, render the loading state. So it's fetching, I'm going to show it's loading. Let's see, let's refresh the page. It's pretty quick. Well, if we add server action, I'm going to add some timeout here. And a 1 second timeout, just artificially adding a delay. Now we can see the loading. Any questions so far?
Nothing, Steve. I'm just watching.
Okay. And is fetching. Now I'm going to use the data. Use the data to render this list. Let's see, it's returning an array. So over here, I'm going to actually I'm also going to render the error state. When there's error, I'm going to say there's error happened. And error. Now, if in the server side, there's something wrong, there's error in thrown, the gonna see an error here. An error occurred. Okay, now if this too is not happening, I think the data will be available. The to-dos will be from the data. It's kind of nice to add the default here. To let the TypeScript know this is an array of to-dos. Notice I haven't added any types here. So I'm gonna probably add it later. Now I'm gonna render a list of to-dos. To-dos. And in type probably gonna be a later stage when doing the refactor. Now, okay. To do something wrong here. another.
Need to give extra parentheses. Yeah.
Uh, okay, okay, great. So rendering a list of to-dos with the ID and with description. We got buy a banana and a record codecast. Let's test it out. So when I change to something different and see if I refresh the page and did change. So it's confirmed that we are getting data from the server side. Okay. Now we're hard coded data on the server side. The next thing is we want to get it from database. Get it from database. Um, could use Postgres. Let's use Postgres.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. So going to use actually let's deploy this first. Let's deploy it so we can see it live. Uh, deploy it. 1, 2. To deploy, I need to create a repo. Okay, it's deployed. Okay, let's see it live. Great. Now we have a testing environment we could test the deployed version of the app. It's online. It's here. They have a separate URL. Okay. Now I'm gonna to uh, use the Postgres. Postgres for the here.
Steve, I can't see your full screen.
What do you see?
I can see like VS Code is not visible fully. It displays off.
Uh, I'm sharing portion of the screen.
Please check. I have shared WhatsApp.
I wonder something setting on your screen. Maybe you zoomed in somehow.
Yeah, zoomed out. It's okay. Fine. Sorry to disturb you. You can go ahead.
Is your screen good now?
Yeah, good now.
What happened?
Yeah, it is zoom in automatically.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry to disturb.
Okay, no problem. Let's take a break.
Yeah, sure.
Mm, stop. Pause recording. Okay. Just now, just added the Postgres, connected uh, the server action to Postgres. Um, in the env, I have this Postgres string. I use neon already set up. the project on the Neon, and I have this connection string. And in that database, I add some dummy data there. This is the database. It's in the I've created dev database with that's the structure of database. It has two columns: ID column with the text and a description column with the text. Have some dummy data here, like buy banana and record codecast. I could see the data in this a tool called Postico. But then I also in the server side, I'm able to query the database and get the data back. So over here, I have this get shared pool function to get a pool. This one is using a PG, Node.js Postgres driver. It's creating a pool in the global memory so that when it's deployed to Lambda or Vercel, the multiple Lambda function could share the same pool object to limit the amount of connection to the database. I also installed the PG in the type and in the type PG in the dev dependency and the PG driver in the dependencies. With this function, I get the pool, then I call connect to connect to the database, create a connection to the database. Then I did a query with a select from to do, select asterisk from to do, and I log it out. I log it out. I can see it in the log. So that means the database connection is established, it's working. Over here also has some catch error as when error happens, is log out the error, then through the error again, so the Vercel could log it out. Actually, I think, do I need this? Probably don't need this. It's just need finally. The finally clause will make it no matter in the normal case or error case, it will release that connection. I think I don't need this one. Don't need that error clause. Clean up the code a little bit. Let me test out. If I throw an error, what happens? I threw the error and refresh. Right, in the local development environment, I could see where it's being thrown. This is a test error. Could see that's the error message. I could see the where it's happening, the line which is happening. So at least in the local environment, we're good without that explicit error clause. It seems whenever we how this works. I think how it works is we throw this error, and because there's no explicit error handling clause, the error is handled by the outside catching block, which is the Vercel or Next.js environment. And the Next.js catch it and log the error. Let's test it on deploying environment. refresh the home page and then check the log. Okay, it's deployed, then I refresh. And if see an error happens, then as expected, then I'm going to check the log. This will ensure the debuggability. Okay, we see the error here. So we see the error message that's thrown by the Postgres driver, I believe, when doing the connect call. Those are the additional information from the Postgres driver. So the Vercel or Nextjs catches the error and logs out. So looks like we're good on the error handling. Uh, so we have the error caught and logged on the deployed environment and in the development environment for those server-side errors. Okay. Good. Clean up this code. I could now, instead of returning this hard-coded, I could return the result dot rows. Okay. Notice so far we don't have any typing, which is really bad and makes the refactoring very error prone. Uh, okay. Still error happens because I have that hard-coded error. I'm gonna remove this hard-coded error, refresh the page. I will get data from the database. And let's test it out. If I change something in a database, like change the record codecast and the 2 here, then I save the refresh page here, got these 2 back. So that confirms we're getting the data from the database. All right.